to get off, but apparently it's just Robitussin.
Right, not gonna do the countdown tonight. That's not necessary because Devin was running his fucking mouth as soon as he went live.
It's strong stuff for me. Let me tell you.
That's fair. Hey, I like Robitussin. It gets the job done. I really do.
Oh, dude, it's strong stuff. Like, so, back in the day before the whole thing happened in 2020, whenever I get sick, I would take ZQL, right?
Yeah.
And it's like that shit helps you sleep through the night, and it's like, bam. And then I've told you guys both this before, but like, I learned this when I was going. So we flew to Iraq, and that was like, you stop in Amsterdam and then go to Kuwait and then blah, blah. It's a long flight, right? And I was sitting in coach, of course, not as fat as I am now, but like I'm still 6'3". Or I was 6'4".
Still a big boy.
I'm a big dude, and I was sitting in coach, and I'm like, God damn, this is uncomfortable. And so when I was flying back home on leave in October of 2009, this dude was like, he'd been on like 2 or 3 deployments. He goes, "Oh, you can't sleep." And I'm like, "Yeah, I it's just not good." He goes, "Dude, check this out." He pulls out a bottle of fucking NyQuil, and he goes, "Here." He goes, "Just take a couple like good shots of this shit, and then
just take like 4 days worth of your recommended."
And I'm like,
oh my
really?
God.
I'm like, this isn't bad. He goes, "No, I do it all the time." He's like, "I'm barely awake right now," and I'm like, "Okay." And so I just kind of took 2 big gulps of this shit, and I gave it back to him. He's like, "Yeah, you'll be out in a few minutes." And then we were just talking, like he was blah blah blah, and he was in First Armored Division in Texas or whatever. We were talking, and all of a sudden I'm just like,
yeah, you just nod off. Yep.
Yeah, and I next thing I know, I was asleep, and like I had fallen asleep talking to him, so my foot was out in the aisle, and I remember my foot getting hit really hard by the stewardess, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, and I kind of woke up, and then she goes, "Do you want a hot towel?" And I'm like, "Yes." I just grabbed it, I put it over my head, and I was just like, I woke up with this like cold, clammy fucking towel on my head as we landed in Atlanta, and I was like, Jesus Christ, okay. But hey, I slept. It was awesome. And anyway, so dude, since then that guy taught me how to do that. Every time I get on a plane for a long flight, I just take NyQuil. I just go couple gulps.
Or you can just get ZQL, which is NyQuil without all the bad shit.
But then you're like comatose. Like,
yeah, oh, trust me, I know, because I'm a drooler when I sleep really good, and
that's what I was just going to tell you.
Pillow entirely through.
That's what I was just going to tell you, because the next time when we were flying back on leave, I fell asleep with my head down, and my whole fucking chest was completely wet.
Yep, just wet.
Oh, gross.
Drool.
Yep, just a drool. Fuck. Yeah, that's how you know it's a good sleep, Michael. When you wake up and your face is just fused to the pillow with spit. You know.
Oh my God, that's
and so
disgusting.
Whatever. It's funny because
you
like I didn't
have never slept great in your entire life. That's
probably not. No.
But yeah, so yeah, though that's the kind of trick that I learned for long flights, and it definitely worked. And then so yeah, on the Freedom Bird back, we stopped in Shannon, Ireland, and I had taken NyQuil, and
they were like Newcastle.
No. They were like, okay, 2 beers per soldier. That's all. Our commander was like, 2 beers per soldier. We don't want anybody getting fucked up. I'm like, okay. So I got a Guinness, an actual proper Guinness, an Irish Guinness in Ireland, which is a lot different than the Guinness here is. A lot different.
Not as many preservatives.
Well, it's just the formula is different. Like the way they make it, I don't know. I don't know what
it
is.
They did used to make it with all the fish bladders, add the nitrogen rather than chemically add the nitrogen. But then they made it vegan and they ruined it.
Sure, who gives a fuck? It was still different than
they ruined it.
Well, oh, you mean for the import shit to the U.S.?
Yeah, well, no, and just in general, like they used to use fish bladders to add the nitrogen, and now they just chemically add the nitrogen to make the beer vegan, so vegans would want to drink Guinness.
Okay, well, whatever I had in Ireland was a lot different than I had later on in the U.S.
Well, this would have been in 2012. They changed the recipe.
Okay, so it's 2010, January 2010. We actually flew, and so I got a Guinness and I got a Smithwick's or Smithwick's,
there you go,
as they call it, Smithwick's lager. And Both of them were actually very good. Very good. And they actually give you a pint. They actually give you a proper pint, not like a pint that's got that much head on it. Like they poured it correct. It was a whole pint. And after not having alcohol for a long time on deployment, when you have that, you're like, well, this is okay. This like I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Fuck you up. It's pretty high.
Right. And so one of the guys, we were down in the smoking area. We went outside of the airport to have a cigarette. And one of the guys was like, I can't finish this, dude. And he's like, do you want it? I'm like, fuck yeah, I want it. And it was
that's more than your 2 beers, Mike.
Right. Well, yeah. But like
somebody throw the book at him.
I drank it and I was feeling pretty damn good. We got on that plane, and I mean the Irish people were really nice. Like they were all nice to us, super nice to us. And got on that plane and it was pretty quiet. We all got on board and it was like you'd expect a bunch of drunkards. It's like, nope, man, I'm feeling good. I had a couple beers.
Yep, just enough to take the edge off.
Right, and so then I didn't use Robitussin or NyQuil rather.
Yeah, no chugging Robitussin or cough syrup or NyQuil or anything.
But no, I just kind of went to sleep and then I woke up and they were like, "Yeah, we're beginning our descent in 20 minutes. We'll be in Bangor, Maine." And I'm like, "Hell yes, hell yes!"
Because you didn't get wasted on cough syrup, you probably didn't drool all over yourself.
Well, I think I had my head back at that point, so I mean, it makes a difference if you
it does.
If you have your head forward,
not a chemically induced coma is good. It turns out you don't make a mess.
Yeah, we landed in Bangor, had some smokes there, and then it was like a 2.5 or 3 hour flight to Camp Douglas, which Michael and I drove past. I showed him.
Yeah,
the one with the weird rock formations, right?
Yeah, with a big ass like a butte
Watchtower.
or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, or the park ranger tower. Yeah. So that's where we actually flew in, and we came back, and it was like fucking January 10th, 2010.
Cold as
shit. Cold as
coming
fuck.
from Iraq to that. Cold as fuck.
That's why I had my field jacket next to me, and I was like, when we get off this bitch, I'm gonna wear my field jacket, my M65, and I wore that. Everybody else was like not prepared because they were like, oh, we'll just get off and whatever. And they're wearing their just uniform straight up, like from Iraq. And a lot of them were very cold. Yeah. And I was
like,
not.
Where's the extreme cold shit? And you're trying
and then it was funny because I was like 3 guys or 4 guys behind my commander who got off the plane, and everybody was slipping on the tarmac. It was glare ice. It was glare ice, like completely fucking ice. And our commander just about ate shit. And my buddy behind him was carrying the guidon, like our company guidon, like the flag.
Yep.
And he was like kind of slowed down, and our commander almost ate shit, but it was fun. Like we got back and to see our families. But I was wearing my M65, man. I was a hipster. Nobody else was.
Good. The M65. They need to bring that back.
Oh, they
one piece
totally
of equipment I think the U.S. needs to bring back because it's still a good piece of gear.
Yeah, it was awesome, and I was fine.
I wanted until I see an OCP M65 jacket, the U.S. military is a failure in my mind.
Well, they've been a failure since before then, but
yeah, I know. But I'm saying it's going to redeem themselves a little bit because they won't be high as a fucking kite, giving everybody nylon windbreakers and bullshit.
True.
So
this is a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Michael. Like
the nylon windbreakers, but you flick your cigarette ash the wrong way, you melt a hole through your fucking coat.
Well, it's the thing is M65. You flick your cigarette ash on there. It's like, oh, didn't notice that. Good thing it burned out.
Yeah, exactly.
And like nothing happens.
Yeah. I don't know why they ever got rid of that. It was such a nice piece of gear. And here's the thing, they still make uniforms out of 50/50 nylon cotton. So it's like they have all the shit to do it still. They still issue every single part of that jacket. They just don't make the jacket.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Michael, do you know what we're talking about, right?
Well, I know the M65 jacket, but I didn't know that.
There's mine. I wear it to work every day.
Right on. I didn't know that there was people like championing to have that come back or whatever.
It's the single best combat garment the U.S. has ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually is because like I was issued that. They issued them from what 2006, early 2009.
They issued them from 1965 to 2000.
No. The OCP one, or I'm sorry, the UCP ones. The UCP.
Yeah, something like that, like 2005 or 2006. Yeah, mine's dated 2007. So.
Yeah, and I got one in basic training, and I still have it somewhere. I got issued one, and it was like I brought it with me to Iraq, and I wore that in Iraq. When it was cold in the winter, when I was cold, rather it was 80 degrees during the day, but like it was 60 degrees at night, and I was cold, and so I wore that thing, and everybody's like, "Why are you wearing that thing? It's so fucking." I'm like, dude, it's so awesome.
They're so fucking comfortable, even like brand new, but they're just heavy enough to be really warm, but also like what they're made out of is very breathable and very comfortable, even if it gets kind of warmer. They got pockets that just make sense. Everything on it just makes sense and works. It's fucking idiot proof, and it's water resistant, wind resistant, and it doesn't make any fucking noise. It doesn't swish. It doesn't burn. It's just a good overall coat.
Yeah. Well, it's a classic, like, Vietnam OD green type look, which I like.
You want one of those? Because I have one. I'll bring you one.
Sure, yeah. I've never had one, so I mean,
You've never had an M65? I have 24 of them in that closet.
Really? You're a fucking hoarder.
By the way, I
Mike
love M65s. That I have ones made by other fucking countries that copied it.
So Michael wears large regular. So
large regular, done deal.
Yep.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Deal.
That's great. I love jackets. So I mean,
you'll love that fucker. That thing is.
It's gonna be. I wear mine all. I get compliments on it all the time.
Right, and the problem is like when Rambo came out. He wears the M65, and everybody's like, "Oh, I want that jacket."
Yeah.
And it became so popular and shit that they're very hard to get now. Very hard.
And they're cool as fuck because you can they could take the liner out. It has like a cotton liner in it normally, just 100% cotton liner, so it's like wearing a t-shirt. And then you could put in the button quilted nylon liner for when it gets cold, and then they have a hood that you can button on to the collar, which it comes in the collar. There's a stowable hood already.
Yep.
You could put a bigger hood that has like coyote fur around it for extreme cold scenarios. You could just button onto the jacket. You could scale the whole thing up. It's like the best coat ever.
Nice. That's freaking awesome. So I used to, when I was in high school, I wanted a Vietnam era jacket. I couldn't get one. For a while in high school, I had I found at a surplus store I don't know what the type of jacket was, but it was it had the camouflage was it called a Strictarn or something? It's like
the East German.
Yeah, these like lines. It's just like these lines.
Yeah, it's East German. Yep.
Okay, yeah. I had that one for a while, but it like fell apart while I was wearing it. It kind of sucked. So.
Well, these ones won't. I hope.
Okay.
Can always get a bad one, but the M65 is pretty rugged. I've been wearing them for a lot of years, and like I think I've had the one that I currently am still wearing for over 10 years, and I just beat the snot out of it, and I've left it outside, and it's been rained on, and it's been forgotten about, and it's been thrown around, and it still works.
Yeah, great. we don't want to fucking like a diatribe about your negligence here, Devin.
Well, I mean that's my one that I beat up on. All my other ones are real nice, like that.
Yeah,
literally made in 1965 M65 that I have. That thing is worth so much money. So much money. That is like a $700 jacket. It still has the cutter's tags on it. So
congratulations.
I guess we should congratulate Mike for his 100,000 subscribers.
Yes, everybody unsubscribe now.
The mass unsub. The mass unsub of February 2022.
Yeah. That's gonna be the thing.
If we could get Mike back to 50,000, that'd be great. No,
yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be like, oh, he gets his plaque, he gets his everything, and then all of a sudden drop down to 50,000 overnight. It's like, well,
do they take that plaque back when that happens?
No,
I don't know. Maybe.
Once you get it, you get it. YouTube doesn't give a shit.
That'd be great though if they did that. Like, no, we got to take that back.
Yeah, 50,000, and I'm like, I got a silver play button behind me, and everybody's like, "How the fuck did you get that?" Well, this thing happened where it was a mass exodus because Dev and Kay and Michael were being cons on a stream and blah blah, and it just happened. Like,
Yeah,
whatever.
It's pretty funny. So.
Well, it could be one of those things too, because I bet now that you hit 100,000 too, they're gonna go check your account and do the bot rollback because you probably have a few.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure, but like I also probably have content now. I'm gonna be on the radar because I'm gonna be verified.
Oh yeah, now that you have 100,000, they're gonna go fucking hard check your channel. Mike's gonna be gone, is what we're trying to say.
The live streams are more provocative than my content, so but we'll see.
That's fair.
Yeah, you behave very well in your regular content as opposed
You do,
to,
yeah. But in YouTube, as long as you don't monetize the live streams, they don't care. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I don't. So they don't allow me to do that. So.
And you can do whatever the hell you want.
Yep. And
no rules except for some of the rules.
I mean, my normal content, it's not too much far off from who I actually am. I just swear a lot less. That's the thing, is I'm like,
exactly.
If I swear less,
videos, you don't swear.
Right. If I swear less, but I'm still myself, we're good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about the only difference.
Yeah, but I'm sure you'll probably be under 100,000 here in a few days once they kind of crack all the bots off you. You might not have that many, but even some of mine, they'll come through, and I've only got like, forget what is it, like 4,000 subscribers, and they'll come through and they'll do the bot check like once or twice a year, and I'll lose like 20 or 30 people overnight. So,
well, they do that like almost daily for me because it's like I made 100 last night, and then it was down to like 99,900 something. And I'm like, okay, fine. Yep. And then it was back up today, and so let's see what it is right now.
Mm-hmm. If it's not like 70,000, I'm going to be upset. No,
so I'm 100,016. So
there you go. Then you're probably in the clear because they probably checked all your bots the other day.
Yeah.
Right now I'm at 95,000. I was almost at 100,000, and then I quit doing Army Men films, and then that just.
Michael, you could have had a silver play button. Come on now.
I'll get there. I'll get there eventually.
You just got to put out one thing and you'll have it. You have no idea how many people are like subscribed to that, and when it pops up in their feeds after all these years, they're going to be like, "Oh my goodness."
I know, but listen.
Oh my god!
I'm not doing more.
You just got to do a teaser trailer for Plastic Apocalypse 2, and you'll be there.
How about we just? I'll clickbait them. I'll just call the video.
Exactly. You just do a teaser, like a 1-minute teaser of it.
Right. Yeah, and it's just us telling the viewers how stupid they are.
Yeah.
On the video.
Hey, you as kids, guess what? You're gonna amount to jack shit, just like the rest of us. You're gonna be working a dead end fucking job for the rest of your life. It's not gonna be good.
Yep.
You're
I hope you like paying taxes and getting fucked over.
Yep. You're going to contemplate suicide multiple times. Some of you might actually follow through and do it.
Yeah, some of you might be men about it. Like, come on now.
Right. And you'll literally take an entire bathtub, fill it with baked beans, and eat yourself into death.
Oh, I was going to say suck start a shotgun, but...
No, dude, that's not a man.
Because at least you're an artist then, too. You're painting.
That is a pussy way to kill yourself. A real manly way to kill yourself is to fill an entire bathtub full of baked beans and eat until your stomach explodes.
Oh, I thought it was to have somebody pitch you a toaster while you're in the shower.
That's so like the fuck it. Oh,
you guys, do you guys know about the Bjork stalker Ricardo Lopez?
I just have to put this out here first. It was a joke. Everything I just said was a joke.
Right?
Yeah, dick. Don't take it so hard.
Everything that Mike said was definitely a joke.
No, but definitely. the reason why I bring up Ricardo Lopez is because he was a guy who did videos of himself. He was obsessed with Bjork in the 90s.
And Icelandic band Bjork.
Right. Yeah, He was obsessed with her, and he did video diaries chronicling this, and he tried to send her a bomb that didn't work. And but when he tried to send this bomb, he filmed himself killing himself, and what he had right behind his head was a canvas that said I think it said "the best of me" written on it, and he shot himself in the mouth with like a .38 revolver, and he was expecting his head to blow onto the canvas, I guess, but like it didn't happen at all. So it just like went into his brain and killed him. So
Well, that's just bad angles. Like
I know, but it's just funny. Like in the last moments, like even when you're trying
everything
to
he wanted to go correct, fucked up.
yeah,
Like,
and now you can't do it again, obviously.
yeah.
So
Well, this all got a little dark, which is
I
fun.
mean, I just love when people try to. Some part of me really loves it when other people have a plan that doesn't work out.
yeah,
Right. Well, I met a guy years ago who tried to kill himself with 22, right?
Ish, no, 12 gauge or nothing. Come on now.
Didn't work. Didn't work.
Spread pattern. Come on.
But he lost half his face, because of the fucking whatever. And it's like,
wait, you're telling me it didn't go into his head and bounce around and scramble his brain like eggs?
oddly enough, no. No, it didn't.
Well, if you ask every FUD out there, they'll tell you that it bounces.
22 is the most lethal round. It bounces around in the skull.
Okay, I'm curious now. Was it the 22 long rifle?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the shot placement was not good, and I'm pretty sure he hesitated at the last second.
Mm-hmm.
Lost half his face, and he get fucking hammered, and then start drooling out of the half of his. It was just not good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not good, not good. And yeah.
Well, that's a good lesson. Don't kill yourself.
Yeah.
So how the fuck do we get on this topic?
I don't remember.
Something tells me this was Mike's thing. So I vaguely remember Mike starting this one.
Well, we're just talking about like gruesome fucking suicides and suicide attempts, and it's like, how do we get on here?
We're distracting ourselves from all the gruesome shit Halliburton and Raytheon and stuff did during the Iraq War.
Well, yeah, that's fun. I'm probably gonna strike for this one. I'm probably gonna strike for this fucking live stream. But hey, YouTubers, you pink-haired freaks that are reviewing this, it's a joke, and we're just talking about things we've experienced and seen and blah blah blah. Like,
yeah, Halliburton was just hiring last week. They had a big convention here in town last week. They were trying to get people to come out and work for them in North Dakota. So
yeah, that's fun. Or Ukraine.
Yeah, fair. Hey, Ukraine. Yeah, hey. Now, let's call it for what it really is: Western Russia.
Yeah.
So,
perhaps
the current Soviet Socialist Republic of Ukraine.
Right. See, that's the funny thing that people think is like the USSR fell and the Cold War's over. Nah.
No, it really didn't. The only thing that changed was the name.
Yeah.
Right.
Ukraine.
Right.
Chernobyl land.
Fair.
That's where that occurred, was in Ukraine.
Well, most of the bad shit actually is in
Michael?
Belarus from Chernobyl blowing up. So,
what's that, Devin?
Yeah, so Belarus actually got most of the fallout from.
Right. No, but I was just saying that the actual like plant was located in Ukraine. A lot of people say it was Russia, but it's actually Ukraine.
Well, yeah, Pripyat.
Pripyat, Ukraine. Hey, did you know that the sister power plant to the one in Pripyat, Ukraine, also went into meltdown in a different part of the Soviet Union?
Really?
Yeah. Not a lot of people know that, but that was
year?
one that they contained. Actually, it was like 5 years or 6 years later.
Oh, okay. So it was one where it didn't violently explode and spew radioactive.
No. So they stopped it in time, but yeah, the sister power plant to Chernobyl also fucking effed up.
Yeah, the one built in a fucking pole barn.
Pretty much, yeah. No, this one was built in like an actual barn, like it had livestock.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow,
yeah,
that's
staffed with their best and brightest.
Yeah, Soviet efficiency, 2 jobs.
Yeah,
that's not going to end in disaster at all. Jesus.
Turns out radioactive cows produce 17 times the milk.
Yeah,
it's fun.
But yeah, no, not a lot of people know that the sister power plant to Chernobyl also had a meltdown.
I didn't know that. I do know that Russia does have a number of RBMK reactors still going.
Well, most of them are perfectly safe.
Right.
People don't. A lot of people think that nuclear power is such a problem. It's the greenest energy we have, actually.
Yeah.
By a lot.
That's saying something too.
It's just once in a blue moon when it fucks up, it's really bad.
Yeah, that's right. Well, and everyone's like, well, what do we do with the nuclear waste? I'm like, we got the technology. Shoot that fucking shit into the moon. Don't let China ever go there again.
Yeah, fuck the moon.
Yeah. So
fuck that, put that big gray ball. Fuck that.
Yeah, until the moon fucking glows green. We don't need to worry about this.
That'd be badass. That'd be cool for like a futuristic sci-fi movie.
Exactly. It's fucking 10,000 years of nuclear waste being shot into the surface of the fucking moon. Let's do it.
Yeah, although it would actually be blue, not green, because radiation ionizes blue instead of green.
Oh, perfect. That's even cooler. I'll take that.
Yeah, that's a common misconception.
What's a blue moon?
Blue moon. Hey.
Oh, think about the fucking marketing deal.
Blue moon. Yeah.
So the marketing deals for the beer. Think about it.
And the song.
That's right. Yeah, well, Frank Sinatra's been dead for a long time.
Cool.
Good fucking.
Yeah, I love everyone about that. They're trying to find all this shit for nuclear waste. I'm like, fucking huck that shit into space. We have the technology. F it.
Yeah.
So
do it.
Boundless.
Then literally, the greenest energy we have is nuclear power.
Mm-hmm.
You know how cheap power would be if we just replaced every power plant we have with a nuclear power plant? Be like cents on the dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
I find nuclear energy though very interesting.
I love it. It's cool.
Yeah, it's just cool, like to see, like the Cherenkov effect and all that stuff. It's and see how it works and everything. I love watching videos about radioactive weird shit.
You would like to talk to my better half's dad then, because he worked at a nuclear power plant for 35 years just south of here.
Oh, really? What do you do?
In the control room. He was in the control room. Yeah.
Screen watcher.
He was in the Navy. Well, yeah, exactly. He was in the Navy in the 80s, and he got into their nuke program there. And he was on a what the hell's one down from a battleship? The hell is that called? I don't know if it's a cruiser, but like whatever. It's one ship down, like class from a battleship. He was on there, and like he was in the engine room, like doing the whole thing there.
Oh, he was on like the first one, the USS New York.
I don't know. Actually, I think he told me, but I don't remember.
Yeah,
anyway, in the 80s,
isn't that a destroyer? Isn't the USS?
No, it wasn't a destroyer. It was something bigger than that, but smaller than a battleship. Anyway, so in the 80s, he was doing that, and then got out of the Navy, and then he got into this nuclear power plant. They're like, hey, yeah, we want you guys here. So him and a bunch of Navy guys like went in there, and they were running that whole plant in the control room for 35 years. And yeah, I've talked to him about that too, because I'm like, yeah, I like nuclear energy. And what he was saying is there's so many
because of fucking Chernobyl and 3 Mile Island.
Well, and also, yeah, there's so many regulations that it makes it difficult to do your job and maintain these things. And the power companies, rightfully so, don't want to pour that amount of money into a power plant because of all these regulations.
Yep.
And shit.
It's easier to burn coal.
It's easier, yes, but like you're correct. But like it's because we have a coal burning plant, like so you know where Stillwater is, right, Devin?
Oh yeah, I know where Stillwater is.
So Bayport's just south of Stillwater. It's like a mile or two south. There's a coal burning plant there. It's pretty cool to watch the.
No, you said it wrong. It's a clean coal burning plant.
No, it's a coal burning plant that has a giant fucking smokestack with a lot of scrubbers.
Yep.
There's no such thing as clean coal. Clean coal is bullshit.
It's there's nothing more dirty than coal, so I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, I don't care if you're burning anthracite, which you're not going to be because they use that for steel mills in converting iron into steel, because it's it actually is the most efficient type of coal. But also with anthracite, like when you're in a coal mine, you've got this much regular coal. I forgot what the other grades are called, and then you've got this much anthracite. Whatever, blah blah. That's not used for burning in coal burning.
It's not as common as everyone seems to think.
No, it's not. And
there's a lot more shittier grades of coal that are used for other stuff.
Correct. And although like those big smokestacks with the scrubbers and everything, like they do get rid of everything that comes out of that smokestack is water,
It's mostly steam,
water vapor and carbon dioxide. Okay, that's fine. I mean, people were like, "Oh, carbon dioxide," like we were talking about the other night. Like, it's so fucking harmful. It's like, well, we've got a lot of vegetation on the earth.
Yeah,
it can absorb
algae
the carbon dioxide.
Eat all of that carbon dioxide.
Yeah. Well, let's go on that again. But like, my point is like, so, and what's cool is like, okay, so because of these big scrubbers, right? They actually they separate the sulfur and a lot of the other components of the coal when it's burned. They separate that shit. They'll pack up the sulfur and they'll sell it as fertilizer, okay, to farmers, industrial, and you can just go buy sulfur. I can go buy a 50-pound bag of sulfur for like $4.
Yeah,
right?
they just basically give it away because it's just a waste product. Yeah,
right, but it's still beneficial to agriculture, right?
Yep.
And all that shit. So it's like, yeah, it costs a lot more money to scrub it, but you can also make a little bit of that back. I get that. Still, coal is a very non-efficient way of making electricity.
Yeah. Is that one in Stillwater still coal, or do they convert that one to natural gas?
It's in Bayport, which is just south of Stillwater. No, it's still coal.
Okay, because the one a little bit south of me was coal until 2 years ago, and they converted it over to natural gas.
Right, and you guys have Monticello, which is
a
little bit south
nuclear
and
power
west of you.
plant right next to now natural gas power plant.
Right. But I mean, that's what powers most of the city.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it actually powers us. It's owned by the same people. It's still XL Energy.
Yeah, it's XL, but like and the nuke plant in Monticello is my better half's dad. He went up there when he was about to retire. He went up there for several weeks. Like, he was just going to be up there.
Yeah, it's a pretty new plant, and it's pretty cool.
Right, but he was advising them on how to run things and everything because he's been doing it for so long. He's been doing it very well. Her dad is like very, very by the book. Bam, bam, bam.
Well, you
bam,
have to
bam.
be. It's a nuclear power plant,
right? That's the kind of person he is, and so he excelled. No pun intended.
Yeah.
He excels at that kind of work. And that's why he was there for so long, and he was so well respected, and just did it because he's very this, and he's a very calculating mind, and so he went up to Monticello for several weeks to advise them on how they can improve things, how they were running things down in Red Wing, which is where he worked, and doing all that. And it was good because it's like, yeah, but here's the thing though. Her dad and I were talking, and the people like him are about to retire, right?
Yeah.
That have been in there for 30, 40
now
years.
Now it's all the useless millennials taking over.
Well, no, and he said there's an actual problem because they don't want to put in the hours and put in the work and be like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know how it's going to go because for a nuke plant, you have to have people that are willing to be there. Doesn't matter the hours, doesn't matter the how long you're there and whatever. And it doesn't matter how tired you are. You have to just do things like that. And it's like, he says, yeah, we're starting to see a bit of a problem with new people coming on board.
Problem like everywhere else.
No, it's even before 2020. This is before 2020.
Okay.
And so he's like, yeah, but just the people that are coming in they don't last long. They
don't want to make that commitment.
Well, and what I think too, and he thinks is a lot of that because him and a lot of those guys that were working at nuke plants in the late 80s and early 90s came from the Navy, where it's very structured, it's very disciplined. Yep. You have to work long hours. Like the Navy, I don't think people realize this. The Navy works some of the longest hours in the military. Even
they have the most fucking work to do.
Right, and they just work. I mean, you get to the point where they're so fucking tired that they're seeing things that don't exist, and it's like that's just in peacetime or if they're not in combat mode. Yeah. That's just how it is. And so, but anyway, you get people from the Navy that are in that mode and like they made it and whatever going to this. Well, they're going to be in that mode and they're going to be able to do that. But if you get people that are just, they went to school, they went to college, they're electrical engineers, they did this, they did that, and they're going to do on-the-job training, that discipline isn't there.
Yep.
And so that seems to be an issue with nuclear.
Hey, if they want to pay me $400,000 a year, I'll watch a screen at a nuclear power plant.
Right.
For 12 hours a day, it'll be fine.
It's not just watching a screen. It's you have to know
everything someone will show me.
Right. But
Hey, I'm
No,
willing to do it at least. Where's my 400 grand?
well, they don't pay that.
Oh, well, that's part of the problem right there.
Well, they can't, or else electric prices would.
Okay, XL Energy can definitely afford 400 grand. Trust me.
Oh, they can, but can you?
Huh?
They're going to raise their
for
prices.
How much power's got up in price? Better be. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. How much? Do you know how much you're paying per kilowatt hour?
I have my power bill somewhere. It says on it. It's a lot. It's the most it's been in a long
Well, it
time.
should be between 9 and 12 cents per kilowatt hour.
Probably, yeah.
That's what it should be. 12 is high, 9 is pretty average.
I think. But
they started.
What pisses me off is coal is cheaper than ever right now.
Right, and it is, and that's why electricity is cheap.
No, a lot of it is the reason our electricity is so fucking expensive right now is because they keep doing all these green energy things that they're just footing the bill onto us while coal is cheaper than ever.
Right. But also they're getting fucked at the I'm sorry, Michael. Like I thought this would be more interesting.
Yeah, they're getting taxed.
That's cool.
By the government.
We just talk about fucking whatever. Like, yeah, it's.
Yeah, I'm just listening.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's but coal, like, they're also getting fucked with too by the government because it's more. It's like nuke power.
They're getting
regulations.
Heavy, yeah.
Yep, and it's like, well, all those regulations cost money, and it's like, well, is it? I mean, are we actually the biggest polluter in the world? No, we're not. China and India are, as far as coal burning power plants. Think about it. And they don't even have scrubbers on their fucking coal burning.
China and India are the biggest polluters in the world. Yeah,
right. They just burn the coal and fucking let it go. But somehow we have to have more regulations on our power plants that have scrubbers, have these giant smokestacks that do all that shit. And it's like, well, our prices are going to increase. It's not how the fuck. Like, what are you doing?
For sure. Did you see the thing about how there's this artist in China who actually brought a bunch of awareness? He walked around with a shop vac, just walked around the city.
Oh,
he lived in Beijing, and he just walked around vacuuming the air with a shop vac for a year.
Yeah, probably not good.
He melted down everything, and he got like a 7-pound ingot.
Yeah,
of shit out of the air from
not good.
Yeah, Beijing.
It's a pretty good statement.
You got heavy metals floating around there. You got heavy metals just floating around.
Yeah, it's good stuff. That's how you know it's healthy. That's why the Chinese are winning.
Imagine what someone's lungs look like, you know.
Right, right.
They're not going to live long enough to know. It's fine.
No, I'd like to crack it open.
I mean, China's got a demographic problem. They really do. Like, they have so many fucking people.
There's not enough diversity. It's full of Chinese people.
No, but like what I'm saying is like they had that one-child policy for so long. That's going to fuck over the demographics. Because like before they had that, all those people are boomers now, right?
Yeah. Well, even in our thing, do you know how people for the last 2 generations, so the millennials and the Gen Xers, they have been having less and less kids.
Yep.
To the point now when all these boomers retire, we're seeing it now, the start of it, this labor shortage that is just going to continue to get bigger and bigger because there physically isn't enough people to do it.
I'll counter that once you make your point. Oh, you made your point. Okay, so the millennial generation in itself is actually bigger than the boomer generation was.
For sure. It is.
So we do have the amount of labor if we need it. The problem is societally things have changed where it's like a lot of millennials just don't want to do the shit jobs that need to be done.
Yep.
And I've done the shit jobs. I've done them, and that's why I started my own business. Because like it's like I've worked as an electrician. I've worked for fucking
blue collar jobs. Yeah.
Yeah, I've worked at a factory making lampshades. No shit. By the way.
Did you ever put one on your head?
No, because it was so fucking terrible. It was just the people there were shitty. I fucking hated it, but like it was work, it was money, it was whatever. Yeah. And so but I know how to make lampshades, and I actually appreciate the amount of work that goes into making a lampshade, by the way.
A nice lampshade though, right? Not a cheap one.
Yeah, no, not a shitty one, like a dude, because most of it's handmade, okay? And it's hand cut, it's whatever.
So what do I have to pay to get a made by Mike B lampshade? That's what I want to know.
Well, I don't have the equipment for it. If I did, probably $60.
$60? That's not a bad deal. I'd buy a fucking lampshade for $60.
Right, but like, I mean, it was really good. Like, I know people are gonna be laughing, but like, no, for like a good lampshade, my parents still have one that I made for them. I gave it to them for Christmas. I made it and I bought it from the company at a discount, of course.
Yeah.
But like, no, I made it. It's really cool. It's got like actual leaves in there. Like it's made out of like paper.
Pretty sweet, actually.
It's pretty fucking cool. But I made that thing or most of it, and it was retail $60. I think I paid 35 for it.
It's not bad.
And whatever. But no, it's a great lampshade. However, so anyway, I worked a blue collar job. It was not fun. I fucking hated it. I hated going there every day. After the first like month, I was like, God damn it, whatever. And then got out of there and then went and did electrical work, changing big light bulbs, like car dealership light bulbs, the big 1,000-watt fuckers, nasty. And then in gas stations, changing the 400-watt ones underneath the canopies in a bucket truck when it was freezing fucking cold like this. And it was like, yeah. And then okay, that light didn't come on. Okay, I have to go check out the ballast and the capacitor and everything that goes along with those lights to make them work. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, getting zapped because the previous electrician didn't give a fuck and just wired things up. It melted and then I get zapped. You know, horse shit job. But however, I did it, and I did it. And then that's what made me realize I don't want to do this. So I'm going to start my own business. Yeah. While I'm going to school.
We've all been there. Even Michael.
No. We've not all been there. That's the thing is like most people.
No, all three of us is what I'm referring to.
Yes, all three of us. But like a lot of people our age have not been there. And that's the thing. They don't know what actual work is. Like, also, in 2012, I also did a tree service
where
we went around. Oh my God, that was fucking miserably long hours. Insanely hard physical work. It was fun because it was unique, but it was just insane. Got paid okay for how old I was, but like that's not a blue collar job I did for a better part of a year. Sucked. It was fucking terrible. Like my body was just dead at like 22 years old. I was like, oh my God, I can't fucking do this all day. We were always dead at the end of the day. And so that sucked too. So yes, I've worked blue collar jobs. The point is like most people our age have never done that.
For sure. Yeah, Michael's got to tell his hardest job story.
The what?
Michael's got to tell his hardest job.
Your hardest job.
Ooh, probably. Let me think.
The Frito-Lay job because the time you got to wake up.
That was the only shit part about that, honestly. But even then, like at the time, I wasn't even thinking about that. Today, I would probably complain, but at the time, no. So yeah, my very first job ever was a janitor at a church. And then it was the Frito-Lay job. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I was a sign maker for a grocery store for 2 years. Mm. And what happened after that? Then I went to film school. And when I was at film school, I worked at Ralph's. And then I worked at Trader Joe's. And then I worked.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
I've never even been in one of those, but I hear they're nice.
Great fucking tamales, man. Great.
Really?
Tamales.
I should. You're saying I should go? The closest one's like an hour away, but
interesting people. Let's see. And then after that, I worked at Blick. I think probably the hardest one I ever did. I was a landscaper for a whole summer.
Oh yeah, that's a hard job.
Yeah, and I think I told you about that. That ended very dramatically with someone getting hurt by the chainsaw. Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
But that was probably the hardest one. And then also I painted houses for a while.
That's a hard job too. Yeah.
Yeah. I painted houses for a few months. And then I also hung, I worked for a guy who he installed blinds in houses. So I worked with him for like maybe a month or something.
Man.
Yeah. And other than that, everything else is like, commission work, like, art and stuff like that.
But you like doing that. That's one of those like jobs where it's a hobby, but it's not bad, right?
Absolutely, yeah. But I'd say probably the hardest one was the landscaping and having to.
Yeah, that's a fucking cut and a half.
That's a lot of There's a reason why landscapers make so much fucking money now.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing too is that the guy was so passionate. The guy who was running the joint, he was so passionate about it that it was like the day wouldn't be done until he approved.
Decided it was good enough. Yeah,
That's
Right,
exactly
yeah.
how my tree service was. It was like, hey, dude, we've been out here for 18 hours. He's like, it's not done. And I'm like,
I don't
can we
fucking
just
care.
pick it up tomorrow morning? Nope, we're doing this. And he'd turn his car lights on.
Ugh.
His shitty little car. And like we would work in the dark, but we got it done. And it's like, Jesus Christ. And then, on Sunday night, I'd be going back to my other job. But he'd hand me like $600 cash. And I'm like, well, this is pretty cool.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
It's
for
not
back in
bad.
the day, yeah. That's
For back in the day, it's like, well, $600 cash. We can make this work. And then I'd sleep for 2 days and then, go to my other job, and it was just fucking whatever. But yeah, landscaping and that shit. And but here's the thing, that it's a real job. It's like it's backbreaking, it's strenuous. It's like, again, like you said, you're not done till you're done. That's the thing that people don't get, is like when you have a job where you're not done till you're done. That's not good. Like,
that's been like,
if you work like
work until the work's done. Yeah, and it
you're
sucks,
getting
but it
paid
pays
for
well. Those jobs are the ones that pay well now. So
sure, yeah, but like if people work a 9 to 5 where you punch out at 5 no matter what the fuck you got done that day, it's just you can't really compare that to
well, they don't have to worry about, because they're like, even if shit goes entirely fucking wrong, all right, and the day is just awful and terrible, 5 o'clock you leave, doesn't matter. All right. Where it's like, if it's a job that like my job, I can fucking leave at 5 if I want. That work I didn't do though is just gonna be there tomorrow though.
Right. Well, thankfully, like the job I work, the daytime job I have right now, is really good in terms of working with me and stuff like that. And I'm a graphic artist who makes decals, and stuff like that. That's what I do right now, and I've done that for like 2 years. But
now, what do I have to pay to get a made by Michael decal?
You want a decal, dude? I'll just take one off the shelf where I work and bring it next week.
That'd be awesome. I would love a made by Michael decal.
I'll bring you my eagle that has a banner on it that says "These colors don't run." How about
Hell
that?
Yeah! I'll put that on my car. Even it'll be the best thing ever.
Yeah, Mike. They made me do it. It wasn't my idea. But right where I am right now is really good in terms of that. But like when I was doing those, I remember like the last fucking blue collar job I did was I was doing part-time painting houses for this guy. And I'd show up and I'd be like, and he'd be like, all right, well, this is the job. And like, I know he hated this, but like I was serious at this point. I'm like, okay, dude, when are we going to finish? Like what time of the day do we finish? And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I'm not going to stay here all day. You have me until like 3. How about that? And he's like, well, I'd like to get this, like, okay, whatever, and eventually he fired me by accusing me of shitting in someone's garden, which was very, very scumballish.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know. He was like, yeah, so she called me and told me you shit in her garden. And I like called the lady because I had her phone number. I'm like, did you just call Joe and say that I shit in his garden? She's like, no. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And I called and I was like, dude, you're full of shit. Like, I wouldn't do that anyway. And I just called her. She said that I didn't do that. And he's like, well, fuck you. And then he hung up and I was just like, okay, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
So stop shitting in gardens. How about
that, exactly, Michael. Fuck.
I mean, I don't think I've ever shat outside before, ever.
Oh, well, we're going to change that this weekend.
Oh, you're going to shit in the snow? Everyone's going to see
it. You're going to wipe with it too. Or decide not to and then just deal with it all day. One of the two.
It's going to be itchy. It's going to be
it's going to be real itchy.
I'd rather not shit in pure white because then everyone's going to see where I shit.
No, you just cover it over with snow. It's fine.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah. It's like you've never seen snow before. You just bury it in snow.
Be like the whisker-beaked weasel horse and just shit and then eat it a couple days later when it's ripe.
When it's ripe.
That's a dog for you.
He literally came up to me the other night with a turd in his mouth, tried to hide it, and I was like, "Drop it!" And he fake drop it, and then he jumped up on the little deck that we have, and I'm like, "You didn't drop it," and then he's like, and I just hear dunk, and I see it, and I'm like, "Fuck!" I tried to put it through the deck, and it didn't go through the hole, so it's still there, and I'm gonna have to get that out of there before you guys get here next week.
At least it's frozen, so like.
Yeah, it's a hard.
Well, it's still not
turd,
good.
Right?
I mean,
but it's also not like a fresh soft serve shit that is now going to like melt through the deck over the course of 2 months.
Yeah, it wasn't like he was eating pudding or anything, was it? I mean, it was hard, right?
Oh, it was.
Well, it's winter. It's frozen.
Okay.
He was chewing. I could hear it going.
That's so gross.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's fucked up, like beyond all belief. Like it's not. It's just so bad, and this thing lives in my house.
Yep. Well, hey, you got it. You got it. Harold, shut up. That's mine. He's
your house plant. Yeah.
My fake house plant. Yeah, Harold. He's popular.
You're fingering it there. That was nice.
That's right.
Give a little titillation. There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
So Devin's met the Whisker Beaked Weasel Horse. He actually named the Weasel.
I was about to say.
I did. I'm the responsible for the Weasel Horse.
Yeah. You're a fucking Weasel Horse. And I was like, yeah, the name is official. Like it's
yeah. Mike's
Devin was pissed off at him.
Garage.
He was like mad at him for some reason.
Fucking Weasel Horse.
Yeah, because you were like pissed off for some reason, something he did, which was him being the cutty cuts, and you're like, you're a fucking Weasel Horse. It's like, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But yeah, it was a good time.
And the collapsed son is still alive.
Oh, the Gary. No, not Gary. Remington.
Yep. Yeah, he's still the collapsed son.
The densest cat in the world.
Oh, yeah. Like the other day, my parents were over here and like my dad has never held him. And I was telling him about that because I was like, yeah, Devin said that his name is the collapsed son. And my dad was laughing. I'm like, no, seriously, pick him up. And he picks him up and he could barely pick him up. He's like, oh my God.
He's a tiny cat, but he's like the heaviest fucking cat.
He just has so much mass.
He's 13 pounds. And he should be about 6 or 7.
Yeah, that's that. A usual cat is under 10. So
right, but he's so small. Like his tail's
he's so tiny. He looks like he weighs like 6 or 7 pounds, but
he's just got concrete in him.
Oh my God! Like this thing is fucking huge. Like he's so dense.
Oh,
and he doesn't eat that much. That's the thing, is like he doesn't really eat that much. I've seen him and like he doesn't, and he just
it's just all that gravity he exudes just forcing in on itself.
Right. Is a collapsed son. or your previous name for him, the fat tub of shit.
Yeah, you're Remington, where are you, you fat tub of shit?
And then he comes up to you and he goes,
yeah, he'll meow. Yeah.
Yeah, he does the tongue roll thing. He's a French cat. He goes,
yep. Oh God.
What a piece of shit. But yeah, Michael, you're gonna be able to experience all these fucked up animals
I love
in
it.
6 days.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's we have 4 cats and a fucking Weasel Horse.
Yeah. Well, I want to test this dense kitty. This I didn't know about this.
You'll see exactly. You'll see exactly what we're talking about. You'll be like, oh my God. The first time my mom picked him up was like a few years ago. And she's like, oh, come here, kitty. And she picks up, she goes, oh my God, you're fat. That's all she said. She's like, oh my God. And he's been the same exact size and weight for like years now. He doesn't eat that much. Like he eats the least out of all the cats. And he's like this massive fucking collapsed son.
He's a brick. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a brick.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like when he's fucking with the other cats, like the kitten we have, Chester, Remington will like try to roll over, but he's too fat to roll over like gracefully. So he'll just be like, he'll go from one side and be like,
the fat has to shift.
Yeah, it's not good. And it's like, it's so fucking disturbing. But I mean, we brought him to the vet too, like just to get a checkup or something. Something was wrong with him, I think, or whatever. And he ate Japanese beetles. And he was getting sick and he was throwing up.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we brought him to the vet and
that's his own fault, that idiot. Those things stink. Why would he eat those even?
Well, because he's actually really good at hunting. He was the one that we came home on Christmas of 2019. We came back here and all the cats were kind of around, but like they were doing their thing, and I was like, where's Remington? Because we have food, we gave him food. He didn't come out. And it was like, okay, is he sick? What's going on? And I looked under our bed, and Remington is sitting there gnawing on the corpse of a mouse, but he had it sitting upright, and he had gnawed off the head and eaten the entire head.
That's a carnivore for you.
Oh, yeah, but the look he gave me was like,
don't take my food.
Right. And I'm just like, okay, buddy. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this mouse that's bleeding everywhere, even though you've sopped up most of the blood. Yeah. We're going to take this mouse away from you and throw it in the garbage. And then you had your victory.
Regular food.
Right.
Like a civilized cat.
Yeah, it was like, okay, buddy, like don't claw me, like don't do anything. And he was just like, but he had it sitting there upright. That's the most fucked up part. He's like, he had it in his claws upright, and he was just gnawing.
Yeah, just
going from the head down. And I was like, wow, okay, I guess the collapsed son isn't to be fucked with.
His true colors came out.
Yeah.
But that reminds me of I remember when I was a little kid, I had a cat named Wilma, and Wilma would jump out of a tree and like catch birds in midair.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Bring them down, and stuff like that. And then she would want to bring them into the house. And
it's a gift. They got to share.
Yeah, she would sit there at the screen door with the bird in her mouth, meowing through the bird, looking at me. You know, and
you didn't take it? Come on now.
Hey, look what I got. Look what I did for you guys.
You worked hard for that.
Yeah. But that story that you're just saying about the mouse reminds me of one time. This is when my dad lived in the foothills out here, and when there are foxes everywhere out there in the foothills, so they're just all over the place. You see them running across the neighborhood streets and stuff, and then your backyard and whatever. And there was one time we were sitting outside eating dinner at my dad's house, and I look over, I see something out of my peripheral. I look over, and there's they're called a kit, which is a baby fox.
Baby fox.
Yeah, cutest little thing ever, and it's running up to me to us, and it has a dead rat in its mouth. And it comes up and looks at us and drops the dead rat and turns around and runs away. And the rat, it was like its whole head was ripped off and the spinal column was like coming out and everything. It was so gnarly.
Yeah.
But he was just like the cutest little guy, and he gave us that as a gift.
There you go. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
I had a friend's dog once who mauled 2 porcupines in the same day.
So the mouth was all fucked up. Yeah.
Dumbest fucking dog I've ever seen.
I've seen that happen to dogs before.
Yeah,
it's not
just
good.
Mauls this fucking porcupine. They're like pulling needles out of its face, and it's like gone through its cheeks, and it's all in its neck and stuff. They get back from the vet. Dog's covered in band-aids, all full up in anesthesia. They let it out in the backyard. Second fucking porcupine comes through. Mauls the shit out of this porcupine too. It's like you didn't learn the first time. You were so fucking whiny and sad the first time.
Yeah, not good.
Porcupine. You're not gonna win a fight with those guys.
Yeah,
it's those quills are gonna get you.
That's right. It just the first thing it thinks again is like, oh, I just spent 7 hours at the vet getting fucking spines yanked out of my face and neck. I'm gonna maul it again, and just mauls a second fucking porcupine. Like Jesus H Christ.
It sounds like something the Weasel Horse would do. If we
it's just like, how fucking stupid can you be? So they had to bring it back to the vet. And the vet was like, again? They're like, you didn't throw the dead porcupine away? And they're like, no, a second porcupine came through, and this dog mauled it again. So, like. It was the stupidest. And then he would sit there with he was so in pain and anesthesia, he would stick his head beneath this mud puddle they would have, and they would have to go pick his head out of the mud puddle because the mud would feel good on his cut, so to keep him from drowning himself, basically.
Poor guy.
David's
no,
here.
it's his own stupid fucking fault.
David Wagner's here, Devin.
Oh, look at
that. Talking shit.
Hey, he's from Minnesota.
Go Bears.
He makes a hell of a freaking cutting board, I'll say that much.
Yeah.
And his cool new videos about all the neat shit he's making.
Yeah.
I like it. I like his videos.
Yeah,
I like it.
David's you'll probably meet him.
Very satisfying
Michael.
to watch.
Okay.
You'll probably meet him. He's my neighbor, and we go out and shoot guns a lot.
That's great. I love people who do that.
It's like 100 yards from my house. Like Devin even knows.
Yeah,
it's like a hop and a skip.
30-yard walk to his property. Yeah.
Right on. Let's do it.
Yeah, and we just shoot guns a lot and hang out and shoot the shit. But David's still a piece of shit. Like he's a big piece of shit.
I think he's all right.
Well, he's a little piece of shit. Rather, he's smaller than Devin, which is
he is smaller than me, and I'm kind of tiny. So
yeah, it's not good. He's like this bearded wonder with long hair, and it's.
I would expect nothing more.
Okay, but with that long hair and all those power tools he works with, he's probably pretty good at using those power tools because he hasn't ripped his scalp off yet.
He hasn't got his hair caught in some kind of machine or anything and ripped his skin off.
Yeah, he used to have a mill for logs and shit. Like he would cut logs into boards, right? And to make his cutting boards and other art out of there. And he sold that, but like, yeah, I was like, is this your hair never gets caught in there? It'd be a shame if it did, right? You know,
that'd be a violent scene if that happened.
Yeah, wouldn't that be a shame? And
yeah.
I heard
about
about
all the horror stories, but he's
there was
pretty good at it because he's still got that long hair. So
yeah,
there was a guy I heard about who he was a guy who won a number of mustache contests and got it caught in a power drill. Took it, right off.
Oops,
that hurts my ability to grow a mustache.
Yeah, does that hurt your upper lip thinking about that?
It does really badly. I singed my mustache off once, and that is the worst.
Whoa, story.
So, no, it wasn't anything like fun.
What kind of chick were
like
going down on?
What
kind of chick were going down on?
Like
yeah.
And woof, and it singed part of my mustache, and that is the one smell and thing like I cannot tolerate in this
burning hair.
Burning hair is not good.
And I was like, I need to shave. So I went into my friend's house. And I took his girlfriend's razor she used to shave her like bits in her legs and stuff like that, and shaved my mustache off.
Oh, what did that smell like?
It was that bad. It was a lady's razor, so it smelled like fetid bathwater.
Yeah, but she shaved her. She shaved her snatch with that, and you shaved your...
And so like I like ruined her razor, so I had to get her a new one.
Oh.
I grow up pretty thick mustache, and yeah,
well, that's not good.
Yeah, but like I had to. I was like, I'm gonna puke if I don't go shave. And it was just the first razor I saw. It was sitting on the little shelf in like the shower, and I was like, all right, we're doing this.
Sorry, Mike and I were
no shaving cream or anything. I'm sitting there just like taking it off. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, Mike and I were making a cunnilingus joke. What did you? How did you burn it exactly? I missed that part of the story.
So we were pouring a bunch of gasoline onto a fire, and I was a bit close. So when it went woof, and it finally like caught, I was just too close to it.
So fucking stupid.
It wasn't one of those things to where like you were. I don't know what
we were drinking. I've
seen videos of people where they like take shots while the fucking thing is on fire and then their face catches on fire.
No, we were drinking, but like I was just a little too close to it. So,
the other story I have like that is we were in high school. We actually were not drinking, but we were dumb enough to pour a bunch of gas when it was like sub 150 a gallon, and I think we poured like 3 or 4 gallons onto this fucking. We set up like a perfect like a wood teepee with quarters of it was like big chunks of wood, and we let it dry for a bit, and then we decided that okay, we're gonna make a trail like 3 feet off of this with gas, to light it.
3 feet's not far enough.
No, not at all. And so
should bump that up a little bit.
Yeah, well, we were retarded, and we lit this fucking
you think
thing.
You're at a safe distance. It's never a safe enough distance. That's the problem.
Yeah.
No, we actually put the gas can backwards before we actually lit it, which was fun. Good decision. Because we lit this fucking thing and it went, and then it blew up.
Yeah.
Like it actually.
Yeah, the wood will just blow apart. Yeah.
I remember the one here hanging out. He was really close to the fire. He wasn't lighting it, but he was like really close. And he got like narrowly missed his head by about, he said he could feel like the air like moving by his head. And he just went, you hear, boom, and you hear, ah! And he like falls back like in a movie where he just got hit by something. I'm like, fuck. And then all my hair is gone on my face basically at this point. And I'm like, ah! And I was like, oh, and this kid's name was Stuart. I'm not shitting you. Right? Like, Stuart, shit. So I like grabbed him and like dragged him back. And he's like, oh, fuck. I'm like, oh, God. And I'm looking at him like, you're not even fucking hit with anything. He's like, it just fucking blew up. And he was like just whining and bitching.
Yep.
And I'm like, you're fine.
Calm down.
Yep.
You got all your skin still. Shit.
Well, yeah, but like, dude, that piece of wood, like the big fucking like probably about an 8-pound chunk of wood, literally
past him.
Went right past it. Like it, dude, if it would have hit his face, he would have been fucked up.
Yeah.
So, it wasn't good, but.
So you're telling me you've never put a bunch of gasoline on a fire, Michael? Come on now.
Oh, I have.
No, I've never done
live
that.
a little. By the way, use diesel. Gasoline's bad. Use diesel. Diesel doesn't explode.
Diesel burns.
I've used lighter fluid to create a fire, but never gasoline.
That's not quite as the same experience as
Yeah,
gas.
gasoline is a little bit. That's like, what you did was bush league shit.
Yeah.
This gasoline is, especially when you let it dry for a bit, so the vapors are really just around the entire fire.
Mhm.
That's when you have graduated to the level of being a total complete dipshit.
Yep. That's
And
when
it's
you
amazing.
start to lose your eyebrows.
Yeah, not good.
Seems like this is more stuff that's coming this upcoming weekend.
Nope.
You're not doing
No.
Dude,
No.
I'll put gas on a fire. I haven't learned my lesson yet.
that.
You put gas on a fire every time you open your fucking mouth, Devin. So
That's fair. That's very fair.
yeah, let's just throw that one out there.
So for next week, yeah, we're doing the winery finally.
The winery.
Yeah, that'll be
The
fun.
winery.
I don't even know what movie we're watching yet.
We've got a series of, for those of you that are not subscribed to my Patreon, you may want to do this after we get this done. We are, where the fuck is it? There it is. So the first one we're doing is The Forgotten Battle.
Yes,
Mm.
recent war film.
I don't think I've seen that one yet, so that'll be exciting.
Correct.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I have, and I will not spoil it for you guys. I'll react as needed because the second time through is always a better time through. Cody. God damn it.
Weasel.
I let him out. Second one is Company of Heroes, which I haven't seen that for a reason. And that's going to be kind of a giveaway of like, Jesus Christ.
Company of Heroes I have seen, and it's not great.
Oh man, was that directed by the one and only the guy we don't talk about?
I don't know.
Shit.
I don't know if it was him.
Yeah,
third
I don't
one.
think it was.
Third one, Battle of the Bulge.
Oh,
okay. That's
classic.
another good one. Hell yeah.
Fourth one, Devin, you haven't probably seen this one, but I want your input 100% on this. The Trench.
Okay. I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen it in a while, from what I remember, but I was also way less in my knowledge. Not terrible, but we'll still go through. And then the fifth one is still up in the air.
Mm.
Okay, so we haven't decided that yet. All right. I'll throw out some suggestions.
Well, we can also decide on
the
set.
spot.
We can also decide what we're going to do because I only listed 4, but we're going to try to get through like, what did we say, 6 or 7?
Yeah.
And then these will be Patreon exclusives for various Patreons.
We're not going to watch the original To Hell and Back? Come on now.
Nope.
Not as
yet.
of right now.
Not yet.
Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future.
Oh,
Maybe
dude, I will. I, as much as I appreciate the history behind that movie, I will tear that movie a new one. Just for fun,
But in the future, in the very future.
Yeah.
For reasons. But like so that, and then we'll come up with the rest of that. But we have 4 fairly long ones to watch and get through.
That's a lot.
Well, I didn't know we were doing Company of Heroes, dude. That is going to
that's
be
a long ass fucking
fizzling
movie.
turd. Like
Yeah.
that's going to be fun.
Yeah, and I played the original Company Heroes. I played the original I played a Company Heroes 2 I've got I have to log into Steam. I think I've got like close to 1,000 valid hours on that game.
Damn.
Yeah, so we'll see that. But yeah, and some Mexican YouTube members. No, this is gonna be for Patreon guys. That's why I say in the recent videos, Patreon members are gonna get exclusive access to this thing, which is gonna be part of the podcast that I've been releasing, which are
they're gonna be they're gonna be long ass video. There'll be gonna be the whole movie, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So it's gonna be like a commentary track.
Yeah, it's a commentary track. And then I've been releasing podcasts on Patreon. We've got 5 of them on there right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so Patreon is the place to be. You know what I'm saying?
Not be, depending on what you value in life.
Sure. But all right, I'm gonna let the Weasel Horse out, and then I'll be back in probably a few minutes.
I got to take off actually.
Oh Jesus, of course.
That's all right. I'll be here.
No, you guys can stay and cuddle and do what you do. So yeah.
Wait, there's cuddles?
You tell me they're not?
You just wait till next weekend, Michael. You have no fucking clue.
I'm gonna get sandwiched.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Cuddler. That's a thing.
Fuck yeah. Devin,
So-
yeah, he's a huge cuddler.
I'm a huge cuddler.
All right then.
The cats are even gonna be like, well, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and Remington cuddles with me all the time.
Yeah, he's a collapsed son.
He is a collapsed son.
I like it. All right, guys.
All right.
I'll see you later.
Fuckity bye.
Take it easy, Michael.
Later.
All right, I'll be back.
I'll be here.
Okay. I'm glad. Weasel.
I don't think James Bond fought in World War One. I think the guy who wrote it fought in World War. No, wait. Was it World War II or World War One? I think it was World War II. Tommy Shelby. I don't know who that is. I have no idea how that. Talk guns alone. What gun do you want to talk about? I got a lot on my to buy list. I got to go. The next generation squad weapon. I've been following that for quite a long time. I'm a fan. I think it's going to go pretty well. The 6.8 cartridge. I don't understand that because it's literally 7.62 by 51 NATO neck down to 6.8. So why not just use 308 basically? So the next stream, maybe tomorrow. So I did see my kid 100K. I think I was the first person he told actually. The board chart C93, the pre-Luger. The pre-Luger. Yeah, I've got high hopes for the next generation squad weapon. The fucking M4 and M16 got to go. Those dumpster fires. Oh, no, I don't even want to get close to 100,000. My goal's always been 10,000, and we're at a little over 4. So, which would be really, really cool to get to 10 because then I could make a decent enough amount of money. The goal's always been if I could make $100 a month from YouTube ad revenue and $100 a month from Patreon. And I make about 30 to 40 a month on YouTube. And my Patreon just hit $70. $70 a month. So we're pretty close. If I could make $100 a month on each, I'd consider myself a YouTube success. I don't know. They didn't make many board charts. So at least very few that have stuck around. 30 super carry? That's just 30 super carry is dumb because there's tons of other 30 caliber pistol cartridges that have been around there. Like, 7.63 Mauser and 7.65 Luger and like tons of other basically 30 caliber pistol cartridges that have been around for over 100 years that do exactly the same thing. I mean, 7.62 fucking Tokarev is basically the same thing. So, like, sorry. I think it's just one of them things that it's going to be a hot, wet fart for, it's going to be around for a few seconds and then it's going to go away. So, dream gun. I mean, it's an interesting dream gun, but I could get behind that. So, I can get behind that. It's a pretty good dream gun. Can carry more than like a 7.62 Tokarev. All right, take it easy. Yeah, so there's a lot of interesting stuff out there. A lot of weird stuff coming in on the market, What do you do? Welcome back. Oh, he's not even on there.
What are you doing, Devin?
Nothing. I was just talking to these people.
Not good.
They wanted to talk about guns, and we're talking about the new 30 Super Carry.
The what?
It's this new 30 caliber round that's supposedly supposed to be the greatest thing since sliced bread, or 9mm, I guess. And it's something that I forget who came out with it, but it's going to be one of their new flagship lines of cartridges, and it's supposed to have a ton of energy, and you're supposed to be able to carry more. And I'm like 7.63 Mauser and 7.65 Mauser and 7.62 Tokarev and all these other rounds that have been around for like 100 years.
Well, what a lot of people don't realize is like since I was a kid in the 90s, I heard about 40 Smith & Wesson is going to be the next greatest thing. 9mm is going to be obsolete, blah, blah, blah. 6.8 SPC is going to fucking revolutionize everything, blah, blah, blah. 65 Creedmoor, 65 Grendel.
Yeah, I was like, it's going to be a hot, wet fart. It's going to be around for a few minutes and gone.
Right, and it's the thing is like, 45 Glock automatic pistol, 45 GAP. That was going to be the biggest thing, you know, because whatever law enforcement needs, civilian needs, blah, blah. You guys have to realize that it's been for fucking ever that people pitch these new rounds. They pitch them and they...
Somebody's always trying to reinvent the wheel to corner the market to make more money.
300 Blackout.
Yeah.
Most recent, or one of the most recent ones. Okay. Well, you could suppress it. Well, you have to pay $200 plus the fucking cost of the suppressor.
You could also just suppress a regular 5.56. You could also suppress a regular 308. Like
correct. And so it's you know that's the thing, and it's super expensive and blah blah blah. And I don't know. These magical rounds that everybody's like, oh, it's gonna revolutionize everything. Yeah, okay. Everybody says that about a new product. It's gonna revolutionize this. It's gonna be the best thing. It's gonna replace all this shit.
There's no new technology we could really do in the firearms world until we get into fucking like rail guns and like other shit like that. Like we've almost expended like the center fire metallic cartridge. Like it's at its limit of technology we could do.
Well, and also look at it this way. So 40 Smith & Wesson was a neck, or not neck down, but a smaller loaded cartridge than the 10mm, which was something that police agencies were actually looking at as like, okay, we need something that, you know, can do
10mm is
45 and
it's big and powerful.
Right. So just hear me out here. Yeah. Like basic macro level shit. Is the 10mm was out, but it was expensive because it cost more for it's more material, right? It's more material per round. A little bit more recoil than a 45. Well, actually about as much recoil as a 45, a little bit more than a 9mm, right? So Smith & Wesson came out and they marketed their 40 Smith & Wesson as this size down 10mm that was going to be the end all be all, right?
Yep.
Granted, it's an okay cartridge. Like it's fine. If it works for you, it works for you. Big fucking deal. But the 10mm got kind of thrown to the side temporarily, and it was all about 40 Smith & Wesson. Well, that was because of marketing campaigns. It was about...
10 mil only stuck around with the weird competition shooters, and that was who kept it alive for so long.
Right, but that was where 40 Smith & Wesson got their design from, is the 10mm. And
yeah.
And so 10mm was not necessarily made by a company, but 40 caliber Smith & Wesson was. And so they decided to put all their fucking money into marketing this caliber to sell to law enforcement agencies, civilians, everything as the better 9mm. Well, it came to fruition a little bit throughout the years that it's markedly a little bit, maybe possibly better than a 9mm, but that 9mm
negligible.
Rounds,
that's the thing. Unless it's negligible and bounds better, negligible isn't good enough.
Negligible, and it's like, well, then newer 9mm cartridges came out for defense and law enforcement purposes, and it was proven that 9mm can perform exactly like the 40 Smith & Wesson. It's got less recoil, and all that shit, and blah blah. But the marketing just kept going, and that's why you see so many. So the majority of law enforcement trade-in pistols that you see are going to be, excuse me, I'm burping, are going to be 40 caliber, because most agencies went away from that because they're like what I just said.
Yep.
We have to go with 9mm
cheaper and more widely available and does the same thing.
And we either go with 9mm or 45.
Yep.
That's the majority of law enforcement agencies.
Yep. And 357.
Well,
there's still a lot of cops out there that have their revolvers, so not as many. Not as many.
It's mostly private security nowadays, because a lot. See, here's the thing: is like a lot of law enforcement agencies now, they will group buy and mandate that people carry the firearms that they buy.
Around, yeah.
Sheriff's offices, local municipal agencies, shit like that. Now, where you see a lot of the 327 is private security.
Yep.
Old cops that go into that as they retire and they get back in, blah, blah, blah.
But it's still
327
around. You still see trade-ins with it.
Yeah,
Not as
but
much anymore, but yeah.
they're from agencies that have had these guns sitting in storage for
forever.
30 years, you know. And because I mean I bought about, what was it, 5 years ago? Geez, 6 years ago now. Jesus Christ. Or no, that's 5 years ago. 2016. I bought a Smith & Wesson Model 10-6. So it's the heavy barreled 38 special revolver, right? And it was so cheap. I got a grade. I always get the grade 2 or the X grade because I don't give a fuck what the aesthetics are. I just want the gun, right?
Yeah, as long as it
And
works
so-
good. Who cares?
And I got 2 of these and I gave one to my dad. And I kept one. And they were from the New York Department of Corrections. Okay.
Mhm.
And apparently they carried these fucking things up until like 10 years ago. So they had them in storage for a few years and they were like, well,
They had them
let's
since
just-
like the 60s or 70s.
70s. Yep.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah. And so I go out and shoot this thing and it's fucking beautiful. It performs great. It's an awesome pistol.
It was probably never shot to like other than to qualify on maybe a few times.
Yeah, exactly. To qualify. Yep. Yeah. So it was shot, but like, no, it's a great pistol. But yeah, as far as the 40 Smith & Wesson is concerned, I'm very impressed by Smith & Wesson's marketing campaign
for sure.
and like how it's still a very popular caliber, right?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like, why is Glock still around? Their marketing campaign's the best thing about the handgun.
Right. And why is a Glock $500 plus fucking dollars?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
My
like a
Nerf
$300.
gun
It's like a
made out
$300
of
handgun, right?
half the same amount of shit.
Right.
So, but like, yeah, I'm surprised you haven't read about 30 Super Carry. It's been a big thing very recently.
I don't read about this shit because none of it comes to fruition.
It doesn't matter.
Like
literally, it doesn't matter.
Like you
It's gonna be
said,
a hot, wet fart.
the most advanced that we can have is when we get to the next level of firearms or guns
Where
or
we have
weapons.
stretched the center fire metallic cartridge as far as it will go until we start seeing plastic bullets, all right, or electromagnetically propelled rounds. We're not going any further.
Right. We're as far as we can go, I think. You're right. I agree with
We've
you.
been at the pinnacle of firearms technology for like 100 years now.
David, do you have a webcam, like a reliable one? Because I'm sick of you just sitting there fucking
typing away,
festering and like fucking
phone, doesn't he?
lurking in the chat. Like,
all right, I'm gonna take a piss quick. I'll be back.
Yeah, go ahead. But yeah, like, I mean, here's the thing: is if 40 Smith & Wesson works for you, I don't give a shit. It works. You're comfortable with it. That's fine. I'm just saying, like, for myself, the cost benefit analysis of that, it just, I mean, well, recently, I guess, with 9mm being so expensive because of the runs and everything, but no, 40 cal is like, I've shot a lot of 40 cal weapons. They work and it's fine, but like, it's a little bit, it feels like you're shooting a 45, but you're getting the performance of a 9mm to me. I know that's hyperbole.
40
and
is
it's
kind
like,
of a weird round. It kind of sucks.
Right. And I mean, again, I can handle it. It's fine, but like, if you're looking for something like that with the performance, I would go with a 10mm. Like that's
what is a 10mm too? It's a 10x20. There's a 25. I know it's kind of a longer case, so
it's a longer case
behind it.
Yeah, if you can, Devin, can you Google that really quick?
Yeah, sure. I think it's 10x25, if I'm not mistaken.
David, you didn't answer my fucking question.
Yes, 10mm auto is 10x25.
Yeah, so that it's a pretty long cartridge.
Yeah,
for a pistol.
That's right.
David, you didn't answer my fucking question. Do you have a reliable webcam on a computer where you can come on and come on the chat?
He said
I'm
no.
sick of you lurking in the comments. I'm sick of you fucking making snide little comments that I can't rebut.
He said no.
He said no?
He did. Scroll back.
I don't know if that was to me though. That's the thing.
I think it was when I said he could use his phone or something. And he said,
okay.
nope.
I must have missed that.
I mean, he lives like 100 yards away. He could come down and sit on your stream.
I mean, he could, but like, I don't want his stinky little fucking troll ass in here.
See, I knew what it was for. I understand English, David. You don't need to worry. I got you.
Yeah, but like, I mean, he's been in here, but just I don't want to fucking have
Fair.
his.
My computer's telling me it's windy and cold outside. It's trying to warn me don't do
is
anything
it
outside.
Is it windy and cold?
It says it's 0 degrees and there's a wind chill. That's what it's telling me.
And how would you not know that just walking outside?
I haven't been outside in hours. I got done with work at like noon.
Oh, it's not good outside. I was just
no.
I let the Weasel
Well, I
Horse
was
out.
outside, but it was like negative fucking 10 most of the morning. I started work at 11:45.
Dude, the people at the fucking ski place are having a competition this weekend. They don't give a fuck.
Really?
They're out there in droves, like they're skiing and snowboarding.
Well, I mean, there's probably nothing fucking better to do in rural Wisconsin, to be fair. So I mean,
they come from everywhere though. Like
that's fair, yeah. There's a lot of fucking idiots around.
My better half's brother, he lives in Minneapolis, and he's gonna be hanging out with us tomorrow. And it's like he comes out here and he skis at this competition, but he even said because he's really big, like he goes all around the country for like snowboarding competitions. He's like, yeah, troll hogging is like a national thing, like international thing. People come from all around the world to go there, and I'm like, it's not that big of a fucking hill.
Yeah, it's not that big of a hill. Like, come on,
right? But I guess it's the atmosphere because like it is pretty cool. Like they have
yeah, as long as it's not super toxic, I guess I'd probably be there if I was a snowboarder.
Yeah, man, it's actually a pretty cool place. It's they got a chateau. They actually have a nice building there with food and
I don't know. I've only ever drove past it, so
yeah, but like we should go there sometime just so you can see around. They have gun shows there too, but like that's in the lower part
of it.
Gun
shows,
like,
hell yeah, I'm all about it.
Yeah, no, they're pretty cool. The main building is awesome, and I mean it is a great view. Like you've been here, like that is a great view.
Yeah,
it's
a really
awesome,
good view. Yeah,
beautiful view
from your house. Looking at it, it's pretty great.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome, and like I got some binoculars, and you can see people wiping out.
Yeah,
one wiped out earlier today. Yeah, it's a good day when they have the ambulance rolling by because like out here. It's like it's so rural that like when you have an ambulance rolling by with lights and sirens, you're like, oh well, somebody
majorly fucked up. Yeah.
Yep. And so that happened earlier. I hope they're okay. But
they're probably fine.
Well, I don't know. I've seen some pretty bad injuries.
Modern medical technology, they can literally cut your fucking brain out and put it in somebody else's body now. Like
not around here.
No, in Germany, apparently, that was the thing in 2019. They did the first brain transplant. And I'm like, that's just what I want. A bunch of fucking German scientists playing medical technology again. Fuck.
David says we should be disrupting the event with gunshots, just saying, well, I mean,
it's
I'm not
fucking
opposed.
0 degrees outside and windy.
I can bundle up and go
fair.
Sling some fucking lead, but like, it'd be steel core because usually what we do, like, there's a couple events that this ski place has like year round, and Jesus Christ, on Memorial Day weekend this year or last year, we Dave and I, we were like, let's get the loudest fucking guns we have.
Oh, I remember that, and you had your little short Mosin out there, and he got that.
Yeah, I had the M44
where it was lit up.
Yep, and he had his 300 Winchester Magnum out there. I don't remember what fucking model it is, but it was loud, and we just did that, and then they quieted it down. It was fun. So a lot of these people from the cities, the suburbs are like,
yep,
woo, we're gonna party. They hear a bunch of gunshots. They're like,
let's be a little bit quieter. Yeah,
and it's like, well, hey, we're just shooting guns, guys.
Yep.
We're not shooting them at you,
country, folks.
Yeah, we're not shooting them at you. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I mean,
but dude, the way the valley is set up, like you've seen it, the way the valley is set up, when we shoot at Dave's, the fucking echo, man.
Yeah,
it goes, hits the big hills, and then it comes back. It's so fun. It really
It's
is.
pretty good.
Yeah, nice douche straw. I agree. I call them douche straws. I haven't had a dip now in almost or over 2 weeks, rather, not almost over 2 weeks. I'm trying to cut back, if not quit nicotine
Entirely. There you go.
totally. Yeah.
You should
It's
just take
too
up drinking or something. It's easier.
well, no, the thing is like the price point. Like, and with drinking, it's expensive. And
I mean, it can be.
well, yeah, it can be. But like I'm just I don't know. I've been dipping since I was 12 years old, so that's almost 20 years.
It's a long time.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it I gotta fucking quit.
Got it.
And
Dude, it's that we're at the time in our life where if we don't make decisions now, Mike, shit's gonna start falling apart.
yeah, exactly. It's like I'd like to quit nicotine. Black tar heroin? No, I'd rather just do real heroin.
I'm in. Are
Good
you
stuff.
offering?
Oh no, have I told you this? Like, if there was a comet headed towards the Earth, like we knew we were fucked. That's the way I'm going out,
high
dude.
on the list. Yeah.
Oh, dude, and I'm not just gonna skin pop that. I'm gonna go in the fucking vein, and I'm gonna like as it's like right there. I'm gonna fucking inject that, and I'm gonna be like,
Dude, I'm sticking that shit into my neck so it hits way quicker. Like, let's do this.
yeah. Well, that's the thing is like that's how I'm going out, man. I'm going out. I'm gonna OD on heroin, but by the time I'm ODing, the comet will have hit. We're good.
Yep.
So yeah, it's but anyway, the nicotine thing is so like I was telling Devin earlier, like I can start smoking and quit smoking at any given time.
Very fast.
I've gone for months and I'm just like one day I go, I'm done smoking.
Yep.
Dipping, however, yeah, I've tried cold turkey a lot of times, doesn't work. Dipping has when you dip, you get a lot more nicotine than cigarettes. And
because it comes so quick because it goes right into your bloodstream.
right, and
Yeah.
it's also very concentrated. It's whatever, and so yeah, that's all these people are like, oh, go cold turkey, whatever. It's like, yeah, I get it, but like, it's fucking nicotine is extremely addictive, and so that's why I'm trying to wean my way off of the douche straw. And it's funny because I always used to say douche straw, kind of as a joke. I really didn't mean it, but like. I always used to also call people that were gluten free, like I was like, "Oh, you fucking saps, whatever." And then I found out I have celiac,
Make
which is
fun of
fine.
it, yeah.
Karma's a bitch.
Yeah.
Karma's
it
a
works.
bitch.
I always called it a pregnancy test because it looks like a pregnancy test.
This thing, yeah, the jewel,
Yeah. I was like, oh, you got a pregnancy test in your mouth?
yeah.
Somebody blow their load in your mouth or something? You worried? Like,
Oh yeah, no, and Patrick, I thanks, John of all trades. I appreciate
Yeah.
that, bud.
Proud of you, Mike. Proud of you for bettering yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying. Not saying it's gonna work. I'm just attempting it. But yeah, Patrick, yeah, working at night, fucking
Same. Except
Jesus.
they don't let me chain smoke in my truck, so it's a
You
problem.
should start dipping.
Can't do that either.
Well, it's only
We don't have
It's
cup
only-
holders in the truck or anything, so
use a bottle. You know
Yeah.
how I do it.
I don't have anywhere to put it. There's nothing in these fucking trucks.
On the seat next to you.
It doesn't have a seat next to me. It's a Utilimaster fucking box truck.
Put it on the fucking floor or
I
put it
could do
whatever.
that, yeah. But I don't
Like-
need to pick up any more bad habits, Mike. I already drink.
Yeah, dude, don't start dipping.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Like dipping is
Bad.
it's
I don't
I mean
need to
it's
do that.
so fucking addictive. Like I enjoy the hell out of it. I love because this thing too
Sure.
is like it's not just about the nicotine.
Oh
It's
no,
the
the vices are great. Yeah.
No, it's the
Oh,
feeling
God.
that I get of it cutting up my gums, like in like the irritating my gums.
Yeah.
That's the thing, and like that's why, like this, it works to get the nicotine part of it done, but like it's like Jesus Christ,
Yep.
I miss that. But I'm seriously spending a lot less on this
hmm
than I am on dip.
Well, because that doesn't have the vice taxes like tobacco does.
Oh, it does, it does.
Yeah, but not as much.
Well, it's cheaper in general,
Yeah.
but like it's so okay. If I got a 4-pack of these cartridges, which lasts me about 3 days, it's $15. If I get a log of dip, which is 5 cans, That lasts me about the same, but it's twice as much money, or more than twice as much. It's almost $40 for a can of, or for a log of dip.
Yep.
So
Okay,
yeah,
what do you do?
it is what it is. But don't ever start nicotine, all you fucking kids out there.
Or
Don't
it'll make
ever
it cooler,
start.
but just know what you're getting into. I'm not telling you what decisions to make. I'm just telling you to do a cost benefit analysis before you do.
I'm telling you what decisions not to make is like, just don't do it. Like and here's the
Unless
really
you want to be
fucking
cool.
no, here's the fun part. When we were going through all like the dare and shit, like in middle school,
Yep.
of like, here's why you shouldn't chew tobacco, blah blah. They put fiberglass in it, which is a fucking fallacy. And then you smoke, you look at this. I was like, well, now I'm more curious about dip.
Yeah, now I kind of want to try it because they're telling you not.
Right.
It's that whole thing where they're just trying so hard to tell you not to that you're like, well, now I have to.
Right. And then so my first dip I ever had was I was working for my parents' business, and I was at a construction site, and there was a can of Kodiak wintergreen sitting there, and I was like, all right. So I opened it, and there was about a dip left, and I was like, oh, well, do I?
Yeah, of
so
course you do. Of course you do. Yeah,
I threw that fucker in, man.
which hits
nice
you
buzz.
real hard. Yeah, and you're just like, hell
Nice
yeah,
buzz. Nice buzz. Yep. And
I
yeah.
get it. So, but yeah, I'm not telling you what not to do or what not to do. I'm just you make your own decisions. You're all, most of you, grown adults. You can make your own fucking decisions. I'm not here to babysit you. I'm not your parents. Okay.
No, but like I'm telling you, like from personal experience, okay, let's just put it this way. If I were to have the amount of money that I spent on alcohol and tobacco products,
you could have so many more guns.
Well, here, let's just factor this out. Since about 2010-ish, so I was 19. If I was to put all of that money into a savings account, I would probably have, I don't know, 200 and something grand.
Dang. That's a lot of money. You could pay off all your taxes with that.
Right. But yeah, so
fair. I get it. Everyone's got their vices. I like to drink, and I'm looking at all of my bottles on top of my fridge right now, of which there is a lot. And the problem is, a lot of them are barely opened, and I have so many of them.
Not good.
Because I haven't been drinking as much because I fucking get up so like early,
Right.
and then I get home and just fucking go to bed. I don't have time to drink. So I've also lost like a lot of weight because I don't eat at work. So like I need to fucking eat.
Yeah, you do.
So, but like I should fucking get into a rhythm where I'm fucking eating when I get home right away. That should be the first thing I should be doing is fucking eating. But because I can't afford to fucking lose weight. I lose weight so fucking fast. It's not
right.
You're
a skinny Magoo as it is.
Yeah, it's so fucking bad. If I don't eat, I drop weight so fast. It takes forever to put it back on. So, what do you do?
Yeah, what do you do?
I don't know. Probably drink. Have a drink about it. That's what I'm doing right now. Having a Miller High Life. Second one of the day.
Not good, dude.
Why?
If you're gonna drink beer. Like, don't drink that shit.
They don't sell that here in America. Sorry.
Yeah, we have Molson or the fucking Labatt.
No, we do, but I mean that's not much.
It's not Canadian. No, my friend, when we were living back at the crack house in my early 20s, he brought back an actual case of Labatt, like from Canada.
Yeah, and
I'm sorry,
way
Molson.
Higher alcohol percentage than the U.S. ones.
Yep, Molson. I'm sorry, it wasn't Labatt. It was Molson.
Yeah, Molson.
Yeah, it was like 9%. I'm like, okay, this is good, and we got destroyed off of that shit.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
And like actual Canadian beer is like usually 8 to 10%. It's not the 6% that American shit is.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
What is this even? What is High Life? Isn't it like
4.32?
Where does it fucking say on here? It should fucking say on here. 4.6.
Not good.
It's water.
It doesn't even taste good. Like I knew a guy so back in those same days, we used to play Edward 40 hands. You know what that is?
Yeah, you duct tape 240s to your hands.
Yep, exactly. Yep. And his drink of choice is Miller High Life, right?
I like Miller. It tastes good. It's really carbonated. I like it.
Yep, not good. But my drink of choice was what the fuck was my drink of choice?
Schlitz malt liquor.
No. I think mine was just like straight up Budweiser or something like that.
Ew. I'm just kidding. It's all the same.
Yeah, it's all the same shit.
All the American beer tastes. I don't know why everyone says it tastes different or better than the other. They all taste exactly the fucking same to me.
Well, Budweiser used to be okay, and then they changed the recipe.
Yeah, I'm sure they were something back in the 1870s. Yeah.
Right. So anyway, we did that, and my friend would always win. He'd drink Miller High Life. He'd just fucking go for it.
Yeah, you could pound a Miller High Life. Yeah.
He'd burp a lot, and then he'd just be like, and it was like, oh my god. And this is the same friend that I think I sent you a picture of that, where one night, it was around Halloween in 2010.
Was that the night that you fell down the stairs, or was that the night where you shit your pants?
No, neither. This is
the
night
where you like did a somersault perfectly while you were hammered.
Yeah. Well, no, that wasn't this night. But like,
okay.
So my buddy, who he drank Coors Light, that was his thing. He would drink a whole fucking case of that in one night.
That fresh Rocky Mountain water.
Yeah, so we were
oysters or testicles.
We had me, my buddy, and my other buddy that I was talking about. That I think I sent you a picture of this, but like my one buddy with the Coors, he was passed out, and we had 2 dirty 30s of Keystone Light between this other guy and I, and we drank most of them in one night, and we were still like functioning.
Why did you get like hams or something?
Oh, because we're not that fucking retarded. No way. And so yeah, we ended up we were sitting there. Our buddy was passed out, and we were sitting there just watching like Thanksgiving, I think it was, on Netflix.
Thanksgiving, goddamn,
just slamming fucking beers, like slamming them, right? And it's like, oh, it's just Keystone. We got fucking annihilated. Just
I mean, we have 60 fucking cans of Keystone.
Right. We drank like over 50 of them.
Shit,
and then we were like,
that's a lot of liquid.
Yeah, not good.
That's gallons of liquid.
Yeah, we were pissing nonstop, and then we get this picture of him wearing my reproduction German helmet in front of this pyramid. I think I sent you that picture. If I haven't,
yeah, I think yeah.
And he was like so fucked up. Like, here, I'll just send it to you one more time.
All right.
So you can just see, because like it was such a fucking, it was one of those nights where you're just like, okay, this is interesting. And so, okay, it's not in that folder. It is in
folders and folders and folders. Yeah, sort through all the porn.
Well, no, there's only a couple of those.
Okay, fair. Yeah, if you have more than 3 porn folders, you're disgusting.
I got 1.
There you go.
The subfolders.
Yep.
But let's see. Where the fuck is this? Come on.
Come on now. I'm gonna get another beer while I'm here.
Yeah.
Another beer. Why not? I don't have to wake up tomorrow until like 2:30, which is how late I sleep in now. Which sucks. I fucking hate that. When you're like, oh god, your body's like, it's time to wake up, and you're like, it's 2 fucking a.m. You have no reason to be getting up this early, body. Shut up. Go home. You're drunk.
Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Oh, that's quite the stack of cans.
Yeah, we did that in one night. One night, like that was at the end of the night, and our buddy was passed out from his binge, and yeah, he and I could drink a bit.
Yeah, he looks like he could drink.
Yeah, he's a big boy, and so was I. Well, not as big as him, but like.
Yeah, I don't drink that much. I'm also a notorious puker, so I've learned my limit pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing that we did not have on our side. Like,
I'm a notorious puker. If I drink too fast, even if I don't drink my limit, but if I drink too fast, I will spew.
Right. And we started about 4 p.m. That picture was probably taken at like 1 a.m.
Wow, that's a lot of hours of straight drinking. God, you guys were
Yeah.
probably pissing every 10 fucking minutes.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. And
Oh
like,
my God, that makes me have to pee, but I just went, so.
yeah, that was a fun night.
Because I know that feeling. It's like you just sit down getting back from peeing and you're like, I
Yep.
gotta pee again.
Yep.
You have like
And
2 sips and you're like, all right, off to the bathroom. So,
yeah, we yeah, back in the day we used to do that, watching like
that sounds
shitty,
terrible.
really
That
shitty,
sounds
really
awful.
shitty movies. Like, let's
I
be
don't.
honest.
Yeah, I don't like beer as much as I used to. It's something I like to drink when I don't want to like have a drink, but I want to take the edge off
Right.
because it's not super heavy like booze is, but like holy fuck, do I understand what it's like when you're just drinking beer because it's the only thing available and just having to pee that much.
Yeah, one guy's like, pee on stream. Well, I did one time, and everybody heard it.
I just
And
went to pee on stream earlier.
remember the stream where we ate the peppers and like on an empty stomach, and then we both threw up.
Yeah, and I retched in the toilet and you could hear it because I was like 8
Yep.
feet away. Yeah.
And I was like, I couldn't even like set up everything to like not be heard. And I went outside and like ralphed over the fucking deck.
Railing, yeah.
Yeah.
That was that pepper was actually really, really good until it hit wrong.
No, it was delicious. And then
tasty, yeah. It was tasty.
we should have done that about 20 minutes later because then
we should have had some fucking
back.
food first and then did
Culver's.
that would have made a world of difference. The worst
Culver's
part
would've
was
been a
when I
world.
retched, it came up through my nose.
Yeah, not good.
And you'd like
good.
burn the shit out of your sinuses because it's just got nothing but
yeah.
stomach acid and pepper in it.
Yep, not good.
Yeah. God, that was bad. Oh, David Wagner. He likes a good IPA.
The bitter fucking shit that you swill into your fucking body.
Hey,
because
some
all the
IPAs are okay because I like pine needles. I'm a big fan.
Jesus Christ. They're not pine needles though, they're fucking hops. It's like it's like
same flavor
so
profile.
they're
Bitter
so
as
fucking
fuck.
they're so fucking bitter. It's like
Yep.
and again, like
Bitter
that's why I
as
don't like
fuck.
that's why I don't like coffee, is like I don't like bitter.
Oh, I love coffee.
Yeah,
I drink a lot of gin, and I love bitter as fuck stuff. Like, it's
gin is different because it's cut with sweetness.
It can be. Some gins are not.
Bombay Sapphire. That
Bombay
was my
Sapphire
go-to.
is really good. Yeah, Bombay Sapphire is very middle of the road. Yeah.
Yep, and it's very very sweet.
Yeah, it is pretty sweet as far as things go. Yeah.
Yeah. IPAs, they all taste the fucking same to me. They're just
they're very flowery and grassy and bitter. Lots of chlorophyll taste in that.
Well, it's apricots. When you put too many hops in one thing, you get apricot flavor.
I don't know. I like apricots. So
here's the thing is, I love apricots too, but bitter, rotten apricots.
I've never had a rotten apricot, but like I've definitely had like.
You never had a rotten apricot?
It's like when you eat a dandelion. Have you ever done that as a kid? You put a dandelion.
Yeah,
in
not
your mouth?
good.
Or like had an expensive salad, and you eat a dandelion. That's what drinking an IPA is.
Rotten apricots are what IPAs taste like.
I've never had a rotten apricot, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, not good.
Take your word for it. I'm not a big IPA fan. I'd rather have just a regular old beer. A Pilsner.
Well, Pilsner comes from Czech Republic or Czechoslovakia back in the day.
That comes from Pilsen.
Pilsen? Yep.
Pilsen. Not even what? It's not evening. It's not evening us, Mike. He says we're
that's
wrong.
the thing is like, oh shit, Brent, IPAs you guys have had. Oh, I've had multiple, all of them.
Yeah, I've tried them a lot of times and I want to like them, but I don't.
Microbreweries, shit that's in bottles and cans. It's fucking
some shit that I pay literally fucking $18 for 4 cans of sucks.
Yeah. So David's just got to he's got to fuck off.
He's just got to be a hipster like every other IPA drinker. You haven't.
Oh yeah. Well, he's a gay little troll. That's his whole problem. So
fair. What do you do?
Yeah. What the fuck do you do?
Not drink IPA. That's what you do.
Well,
Deep hole in the ground full of water.
I believe I'm going to go make some stir fry.
Yeah, I was gonna say I gotta eat some fucking food today. I haven't had any food today.
Go eat, midget.
I mean, I might just go back to bed though after I finish this beer, of course.
Go eat first.
I'm already having liquid bread. What more do you want? From me?
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't need some emaciated fuck.
No, I've lost 10 pounds. I'm down to 165 pounds.
Not good. Not good.
I'll eat. I got plenty of food. I just bought food today. I got plenty of food. I just got to make it. So.
Well, then go eat food and then go to bed.
That's right. It'll be fun.
Okay.
I can do that. I can eat some food.
Okay. Eat some food. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for the super chats, even though we didn't get to them tonight. But
we only had a
hope
couple.
You enjoyed the shit shooting session, the Saturday night shite.
Are we gonna do a live one with Michael next week?
Maybe if it doesn't cut in,
a live one.
Maybe if it doesn't cut into our winery shit.
Fair. He can sit on my lap if we get too crowded or something.
Noted. Noted.
Yeah. See, now it's a thing. Now we said it. Now it's got to be a thing.
Oof.
I know, right? Somebody better tell him.
Yeah. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, it won't be gay or anything, but.
Yeah, it's only gay if you smile.
It is. It is only gay if you smile. That is true.
So.
That is true.
It's only gay if you smile. And Michael will be smiling, which is not good. Not.
Well, we've all seen his hair and stuff. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. All right, fuckers. Thanks so much for watching again. And so if you're watching this after the fact, okay, I always like to do this because I actually
that way you can separate the men from the boys. I get it.
The men from the boys, like the Navy does with a crowbar. But I know, funny joke.
That's a great joke. I actually like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're watching this after the fact and you got this far and you actually listen to the whole thing.
And I was actually on longer than Michael this time. I was here for the whole stream. That hasn't happened in a long time.
That's really unique. Okay. So the key word that you should type in the comments, not you fuckers that watch this already and are live right now. Okay.
What's that super longest word, like super philosophical volcanic kinesis?
No, it's the longest word in the English dictionary is anti-disestablishmentarianism.
No, there's definitely stuff longer than that.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism?
Yeah, look it up. It's something about like breathing in silica powder.
I'm not fucking Jamie.
Lung disease.
You don't talk to me like that.
I didn't invent English, Mike. Hold the phone here.
All right, so if you're watching this after the fucking fact,
anti-disestablishmentarianism.
No, penis. All right, we're gonna go my way now.
Oh, it's penis?
No. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
You're done. Okay,
I'm done.
That's a good thing to know. Douche straw.
Douche straw. All right, that's a good one.
Douche straw. Type it into the comments if you're watching this after the fact. After the fact, you fuckers that have been watching this. Nope. If you do that, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit. But douche straw.
Douche straw. I wonder how many penises you're gonna get in chat now.
Yeah, here we go. Already. Here we go. These fuckers. Like
you're supposed to wait till after it's over.
All right, everyone. Thank you for watching so much.
Oh, he's getting into the ASMR. He's getting close to the mic now.
We're about to go dark. I'd fuck me. Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me hard. I'd fuck me so hard.
That's a throwback. I love it.